What if I told you that the solution to some of your most frustrating health problems might be sitting quietly in your kitchen cupboard right now? I'm Dr. Edward. I spent over 35 years as a urologist and men's health specialist here in Greenville, South Carolina. I've had thousands of men over 60 come to me saying, "Doc, I'm losing my edge. I don't sleep like I used to. I itch all the time. I don't even feel like myself anymore." And too often, they've been told there's nothing they can do about it. But that's not true. You don't need to surrender your comfort or your dignity just because you're getting older. And you don't need to fill your medicine cabinet with more expensive creams or pills. Sometimes the simplest answers work best. Today, I want to talk about baking soda. Yes, good old-fashioned baking soda. Most people think it's just for baking or keeping the fridge smelling fresh. But it's one of the cheapest, most overlooked ways to manage some of the most common discomforts that come with aging. If you want to stay independent, sleep better, feel more at ease in your own skin, and keep your confidence, you're in the right place. I'd also love for you to hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell icon so you never miss practical, honest health advice that's just for you. And if you find this video helpful, type 1 in the comments to let me know you're here. Why this matters for older men. Now let's be real. When you're 60, 70, 80, or beyond, comfort isn't some silly luxury. It's essential. It's about dignity, sleep, confidence. Because when something as simple as itchy, inflamed skin starts robbing you of sleep, you're not just uncomfortable, you're miserable. You lose patience. You snap at the grandkids. You pull away from your partner. I've seen it over and over. One man told me, "Doc, it's just part of getting old." And I had to stop him right there. No, it doesn't have to be. Our bodies change as we age, yes. But there are things we can do to help them stay strong, comfortable, and healthy if we know how. That's why I love baking soda. It's safe, cheap, and it really works for the right problems. Soothing aging, itchy skin. Let's start with one of the most common, yet quietly miserable problems older men face: dry, itchy, inflamed skin. If you've noticed, patches that flake or crack, redness that makes you self-conscious, that relentless nighttime itch that wakes you up scratching, you're not alone. As we age, our skin loses natural oils. It becomes thinner. It doesn't hold moisture like it used to. And older men often take hot showers or use harsh soaps that strip even more away. It's not just uncomfortable, it can be embarrassing. I remember Joe. He was 72, retired, proud of his yard, loved wearing shorts in the summer. But he stopped. He told me, "Doc, it's humiliating. My legs look like a lizard's, and I can't stop scratching." I could have handed him an expensive prescription cream. Instead, I said, "Joe, let's try something simple first. Let's give baking soda a chance." How baking soda helps. Here's what people often don't know. Baking soda is alkaline. It helps neutralize acidity on the skin, which is a big reason for irritation. It also softens bath water, making it less harsh. And it has a gentle anti-inflammatory effect, which can soothe redness and calm that maddening itch. It's like giving your skin a break. Joe was skeptical, but he tried it. A week later, he came back grinning. "Doc, the itching's gone. I'm sleeping again. I even wore shorts to mow the lawn." It wasn't fancy. It was just smart, practical, step-by-step instructions. If you want to try this at home, here's how to do it safely and effectively. Fill your bathtub with warm water. Not hot. Hot water dries the skin even more. Add about half a cup of baking soda. Stir until it dissolves. Soak for 15 to 20 minutes. Just relax. Let the water do the work. Pat your skin dry. Don't rub. Be gentle. Moisturize immediately after. Use a plain, unscented cream to lock in moisture. That's it. Simple, cheap, proven. Why small changes matter so much. You might think this sounds too simple to bother with. But let me tell you, small changes add up. When you're not lying awake itching, you sleep better. When you're sleeping better, you're calmer, sharper, more yourself. When you're not embarrassed about your skin, you're more willing to go out, see people, even be intimate with your partner. I've watched this play out with so many men. It's not about vanity. It's about reclaiming your comfort and dignity. A word of caution. Now, I always want you to be safe. If you have very sensitive skin, test it first on a small area. If you have any open wounds or serious skin conditions, like eczema, psoriasis, or infections, talk to your doctor before trying this. And if you're under care for any chronic condition, always check before changing your routine. I'm not here to replace your personal doctor. I'm here to give you honest, practical advice you can take to him and ask about. Gentle encouragement. You don't have to accept misery just because you're getting older. Age doesn't mean giving up your comfort, your independence, or your dignity. You deserve to feel at ease in your own skin, even at 70 or 80 or 90. And you don't need to spend a fortune to get there. Let's keep going. This is just the start. In our next video, I'll show you how baking soda can help with another stubborn problem so many older men face: age-related indigestion. If you've ever been kept up at night by that burning in your chest, if meals just don't sit right anymore, this next tip could be a game changer for you. So please subscribe, tap the bell to stay notified, and if you found this helpful, type 1 in the comments to let me know. We're in this together, and I can't wait to help you feel better, stronger, and more like yourself again. Why indigestion gets worse with age. Let's talk about something no one likes to admit, but most older men know too well. That burning in your chest after dinner. The sour taste at the back of your throat when you lie down. That uncomfortable bloating that makes you loosen your belt after every meal. Indigestion. It's one of those things we often dismiss with a grimace and say, just getting old, I guess. But let me tell you, there's more to it than that. As we age, our bodies don't produce stomach acid as efficiently. That might sound like a good thing, but it's not. Low acid levels actually slow digestion. Food sits in your stomach longer. Gas builds up. It pushes stomach contents back up your esophagus. That's why you get heartburn, reflux, and bloating. And let's be honest, this isn't just an annoyance. When you're up half the night with burning in your chest, you don't sleep well. When you can't enjoy a good meal without regret, you eat less, or worse, you eat junk that goes down easier. And when you're constantly uncomfortable, you're not exactly eager to get close to your partner. This is about comfort, dignity, and your whole quality of life. A patient story, Paul's sleepless nights. Let me tell you about Paul. Paul was 69, retired teacher. He loved to cook, but told me he'd lost the joy of eating. He said, "Doc, every meal is like a gamble. I don't know if I'll sleep or be up with that fire in my chest." He'd try the pills, the over-the-counter stuff. He didn't like the idea of taking them all the time. He read the warnings about long-term use, bone thinning, even kidney issues. He wanted something gentle, natural. So I suggested a classic remedy our grandfathers knew well: a little baking soda in water. How baking soda helps. Here's why it works. Baking soda is a natural antacid. Chemically, it's sodium bicarbonate. When you mix it with water and drink it, it reacts with the excess stomach acid to produce water, salt, and carbon dioxide gas, that little burp you might get. It neutralizes the acid that's causing that burn. Now, it's not curing the underlying slow digestion or the age-related valve weakening that lets acid creep up, but it does relieve the symptom in the moment. And sometimes that's enough to sleep through the night. It's cheap. It's simple. It's been trusted for generations. Paul's results. Paul tried it. He called me 2 weeks later. "Doc, I can't believe it. I'm actually sleeping again. I even had chili the other night." Now, I don't recommend overdoing it with a spicy food just because you have baking soda on hand. Moderation still matters. But the key thing is, Paul found relief without adding another daily pill to his list. Step-by-step instructions. If you want to try this, here's how I tell my patients to do it. Use food-grade baking soda. Plan, no additives. Mix 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda into 4 to 8 ounces of cool water. Stir until it dissolves completely. Sip slowly. That's it. You don't need much. Don't overdo it. A small amount is enough to ease that acid burn. Important safety note. Now, I want you to listen carefully here. Baking soda contains sodium. That could be a problem for men with certain conditions. If you have high blood pressure, kidney disease, heart failure, or if you're on a sodium-restricted diet, talk to your doctor first. I can't say this strongly enough. Baking soda is safe when used properly and occasionally, but it's not for everyone. It's not a daily supplement. It's a targeted remedy for occasional use. If you're getting heartburn all the time, that's a signal to check in with your doctor. We need to see if there's a bigger issue going on. Why this matters so much. Some people might say, it's just indigestion, document. Not a big deal. But I disagree. When you're not sleeping because you're sitting up with that burn, when you stop enjoying meals because you're worried about the consequences, when you lose weight you didn't mean to, that's a big deal. We're talking about your independence, your ability to share meals with family, your confidence in saying yes to dinner invitations. Little things become big things as we get older. And here's the part no one likes to talk about. When you're miserable from indigestion, you're not in the mood for closeness. How many men have turned away from intimacy because they felt bloated or sick? I've seen couples drift apart over something as simple as reflux. Taking charge of it, even in small ways, can keep you connected to the people you love. A gentle reminder. I want to say this clearly man to man. You don't have to tough it out. You don't have to accept that misery is just old age. You deserve relief, comfort, a good night's sleep, and yes, you deserve to enjoy your meals again without fear. Baking soda isn't fancy. It's not expensive, but it can help you reclaim that basic dignity. Let's keep going. We're only getting started. In our next video, I'm going to share another practical use for baking soda that's especially important for older men: foot health and odor control. If you've ever been embarrassed by foot odor, struggled with itchy feet, or just want to take better care of those hard-working feet of yours, this next part will be for you. So make sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss it. And if this video helped you at all, type 1 in the comments. I really do read them, and it tells me you're here, you're listening, and you care about your health. Together, we're going to make sure these years aren't about decline. They're about strength, wisdom, and living fully.